If someone was looking to get into the field, especially at the high school level there, what type of recommendations or how would they go about doing that? What type of words of encouragement would you have for someone looking to get into the field?
To remember, always keep in mind what's important. That'd be my first thing. And what is important is you're training somebody's son or daughter. You're not training an athlete. You're training somebody else's child. Understand that, yes, they're playing a sport, and we want to win, and I'm a competitive coach. I love it when our teams are winning. I love it when I've been a part of several successful teams. I've been a part of several not so successful teams, but ultimately the strength coach has to be the one who says, you know what, that's somebody's child. Am I doing everything I can to keep them safe, to keep them strong, to keep them protected? Am I doing my homework? Is my program based on science, or is it based on what I've read somebody else's team is doing who happens to be more successful than me? Therefore, I'm deeming what their strength program is as being better. Strength training is a small part of a team's athletic success, but it's a huge part in the development of that young child. So always keep that in mind. Recognize that you're going to have people who are going to be on different students, on different ages, different ends of the spectrum in terms of how passionate they are for training. I learned a long time ago that there are three. We take a group of your student population, they're broken into thirds. There's the first third who will do everything you say. They'll follow your workout. It doesn't matter how complex, it doesn't matter, they'll follow it because they just love being around it. Then there'll be the third who, they're never going to truly embrace it. They'll do it because you tell them to, and that's where they're going to be. Then there's that middle third that can go either way. And I was always learned as a coach very early on when I first started was aim for that middle third. That's your impressionable group. Get them to really embrace it and develop your program for that third who intellectually know what's important but have not yet found out why. That's the group you want to hit. Aim for the middle. Don't just aim for your superstars and try to get the ones on board who may not be on board yet, but really aim for that middle group, and you'll do well at the high school level.
Well, Doug, I want to say thank you very much for taking the time out. I know you're a busy guy and you're trying to sneak a little bit of an interview and have a little conversation here in between all the things you got going on. So, again, I applaud what you're doing. Again, you're taking young men and young women and turning them into bigger and better people to go into the college environment and to go on with life. And that's a big role, my man. It's a big job responsibility. If someone had a question about anything we discussed or wanted to get in touch with you to discuss maybe even how you set up your equipment or your workouts, or how you even had a conversation with somebody of different sexes and different ages and dealing with different sports or multiple sports athletes or even parents of children, how would they go about getting a hold of you?
The best way to get a hold of me is my work email. That's dscott, D-S-C-O-T-T, at Pingree, P-I-N-G-R-Y.org. If you email me, just put something in the subject line, because sometimes it gets caught in our spam filter at school. But I will speak to anybody about strength training, high school strength training. It's what I love to do. It's what my passion is for. And I can talk about this stuff all day.
I can definitely attest to that, my man. We've had numerous conversations about this topic on numerous levels, and it's always a blast to get a chance to get a different perspective on how things are done at the high school level, and you definitely put your heart and soul into it, and it's very easy to see. So I thank you very much for your passion for the field, what you're doing with the kids, and I look forward to keeping in touch, my man.
Great. Thanks, Rob.